Peace to your feet, we bringing the news. Facts stay sharp, yeah, we never confused. From the streets to the world, get the real, no cap. Breaking headlines, put the truth on the map.
Yo, fast with the facts, we don't play no games. Reporting what's real, we ain't chasing fame. Call Peace TV, stay locked, stay tuned. If you want the real talk, we deliver it soon. Call Peace TV, we bringing the news. Facts stay sharp, yeah, we never confused. From the
Hey guys, back with another video. This video is about Nazaya Harris, our baby girl. And I just went down memory lane. All of these recordings that I have are from a year ago, and it's a few of them that I picked out that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention to see what you guys think about these recordings, because I have my thoughts, but I'm not going to give my thoughts. I want to see what you guys have to say about these certain ones that I picked out. And then maybe at another time I will break down what I thought about them at a point. So let's jump into these recordings. Now this first recording is her dad talking on the podcast with Mark D and Roxy and the two other ladies that work on the podcast with Mark D. So, yeah, listen.
Where, like, Chantel got an older son. I think he's around 70, 18 now. They want to talk to him. I don't know why the police want to talk to him. He ain't got nothing to do with it. You see what I'm saying? It's just her attitudes started changing.
Okay, so now you're saying that, right, basically you're saying all of that to say that, you know, you notice red flags about certain situations and you probe them and ask them about it and they act suspiciously, I guess to say, for lack of a better way of explaining it.
Right. Now, when we were trying, I said, Mama, and after a while, I'm like, Mama, we done put these flyers up. All the kids that we talking to, they're saying they know her, but they ain't seen her in 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm like, well, that's about when the thing happened. It ain't nobody seeing her, but Mama telling me they seeing her running up and down the street. You know, and I'm trying to keep calm. Now, after we go through, and I'm going to jump right back, I was there. I was never not there. Only time I wasn't there because her grandmother kept popping her butt around because she on some other stuff. I couldn't find her. She went missing. Other than that, I was over there.
Who went missing?
I was over there.
Who went missing?
The grandmother was going MIA. Man, she jumped around for so many houses over there on the east side.
Oh.
I'm telling you, she was moving around. Ask her family. Ask her family.
This is her family.
It wasn't easy keeping up with them.
This is her family. This is Roxy. This is her family. Right.
I know who Roxy. I seen Roxy, but I was on the phone with the auntie and Annette's sister. They know what's going on. They was with Chantel. I don't even know who Roxy is. No disrespect. It's a lot of their family members I don't know. You know what? That's fine. Yeah.
Well,
and the only reason I answer any questions at first, because people, y'all, even Mark, you said people want to know who you are. I'm going to ask you these few questions, and then we're going to talk about your daughter. I said, fine, man. I ain't got nothing to hide. And now it's just like, oh, he's a deadbeat dead. Y'all, I was never, you keep on saying all this stuff. I was never a deadbeat dead.
Well, Mark didn't say that, love. Mark never
Nobody
called
said
you.
was a deadbeat.
Mark, listen, these
No.
are, but child support doesn't make up for the presence.
For the time being over there, I was over there. What part of people ain't listen? I was over there. I was going over there. I went over there.
How much were you over there?
I was over there. I went and seen my baby.
To go drop off money over there, to go drop off
More money, clothes, whatever, bikes, whatever it was. I was helping Annette needed, like, I would go over there, something wrong.
Okay, so
she
what
might have needed some money.
time did you actually spend with you and your daughter one-on-one? What was that time like?
Roxy, get off the phone, man. I'm not even talking to you. You know what? Because you irritate me. I don't even know you.
Okay.
You asking me questions.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
Thought that was a valid question.
No, I'm just tired of trying to pull my teeth, and I already told y'all. The lady was even squatting in some homes. I went over there and helped fix up. Talk to her other family members, the ones that we know that was there, ones that did the interview.
Just trying to get clarity. I'm not trying to, if it seems like I'm trying to put you on
the ones that did the interviews. It's other people that know. It's other people that know me that I've been over there. I helped them move. None of that revealed. None of that.
Before Naziah came up missing, when was the last time that you saw her?
When I got my operation back, I had my operation years ago. All right. I couldn't walk after the operation. I had to go to rehab. There was no communication. When I got out of rehab, it was no phone, no nothing. When I got out of rehab, I went back on, I believe they stayed on Corville. I went on Corville. There was nobody there. Nobody know where they moved to. People don't, that's one thing about these phones that make you lazy to where you don't write nothing down. You see, I didn't have any other numbers. I couldn't get in contact with anybody. So I think like 4 or 5 years might have passed until now.
Since your hospitalization, since the last time you saw her. So maybe probably
Correct.
6 months, 8 months.
Since I seen her?
Yes.
No. It was about 4 or 5 years since I've seen her.
Okay, I'm sorry. My apologies. 4 or 5 years. Okay. And you didn't know at all where she lived at, or you didn't have a contact for Miss Annette during that time?
No, I didn't. No.
Wow.
Now, these next clips I'm about to play is Roxy, Janelle, and Kiwana all on the same podcast, which is Mark's D podcast. And they were cordial. Like, everything was good. So I'm wondering, like, where did they go wrong? But listen to what Kiwana had to say, Janelle, and Roxy. But also, don't forget to still listen for clues and get something out of what you're hearing as well. So let's get to it.
That you spoke on Ohio, right? That's a possible search place, and a lot of people have been speaking on comments that they've seen in regards to her mother possibly being in Ohio, right? So could you share anything that you know about her mom being in Ohio? Because I've heard that her mom was in Ohio. I'm hearing that people have seen her at liquor stores up in close as maybe as recent as maybe 2 weeks ago or a week ago. And some people said that they talked to her and asked her about Naziah, and she seemed to have no worry about it, right? Almost as if to give the energy that maybe she had her and was keeping her, right? So first off, what about her being in Ohio? A lot of people think that she may be in Ohio with her mother. So what do you say to that?
I don't believe that that's true. My reason of mentioning Ohio is because I know it's high traffic in there. I know that a lot of children get taken there. It's a pipeline. Michigan, Ohio, Texas, Florida, those are pipelines. There's a lot of children on a daily basis that are snatched and that are trafficked and, abducted, so whatever. And so that's my point of mentioning Ohio. Ohio was always a place that I think of when I think about a child being abducted and taken from Michigan or whatever. As far as her mom, let me give y'all a small understanding as much as I can of what's going on. So, her mother's dealing with some things right now internally. She's got some demons she's dealing with. Is she a horrible person? Is her cousin? No, she's not a horrible person. Have she checked out? Yes, she has. She's checked out. She didn't just check out just now. She's been checked out. She's got a story. Everybody's got a story, right? She's been through a lot. Yeah, she's got some demons that's got hands on her, attached, so to say. And when you are in that mind frame, you don't know how to really understand necessarily much of what's going on really around you. And so I just kind of want to put that out there without saying too much. Do I think she kidnapped her daughter and ran off with her? No, I don't think that that's.
You don't think she's capable of that? Like she don't have
Did I
nowhere to
have
hide
questions?
her.
Well,
Well, Jay, I definitely commend you for the steps that you have taken before it got to this point, and the steps that you have taken. And I just say, you know, from me to you, thank you for what you're doing. I know I'm not giving up. I know you're not giving up, and the ones that's really out here doing the work, you know, to help get her to where she needs to be. And I just want to keep encouraging you to keep doing that, and hopefully with Nazia's name we can get, you know, some policies changed, some procedures, some protocols, you know, and more good comes out of this whole situation that's going on. So.
And I commend you too, because you've been out there.
Yeah.
You know, I be so busy. I be doing my stuff, you know, in the background. I ain't really been able to go out and search all the time. So, or pass out flyers all the time. But I commend you because you've been down there like, girl, I'd be worried about you. You out at Ridge Park damn near by yourself. I'm like, girl,
Yeah, I am.
take
But
some
you
people
know
with you. But
when you care, you know, sometimes I don't think about the extra, you know, stuff. I may have people with me some days, and some days I don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the passion of just trying to find her and get her to the safe place. You know.
And Roxy, for those that don't know, right, or didn't hear the episode where we expounded on her coming from out of state. Of the house, I believe, on the corner of something, on the corner, they said they seen two people speed walk out of the house, right? They got about a block away, so they got in the car. Roxy and them got in the car, you know what I'm saying, and pulled up on them. And was like, hey, like, who are y'all? Like, you know what I'm saying, what's going on? And they just, you know, acted real nervous. Hey, I don't want nothing to do with this. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I don't want to do with this. And basically explained to Roxy that it was very peculiar that Nazaria was riding on the bus in the first place because, in fact, he was the one that usually warms the car up in the morning when she gets taken to school. And it's either Annette or Shannon that either picks her up or drops her off. So it's kind of peculiar that the day that she is riding the bus to school, you know, or did she even ride the bus to school? Or did she ride the bus from school? Because is that even Nazaria in the picture, that pixelated picture that we see? Is that even her? We don't like... So she usually gets picked up. She usually get picked up and dropped off from school, right? Ain't that what you heard?
yeah, the guy said when we went up to him, he was very frazzled, didn't want to, and he was very frazzled. And I'm like, hey, can I talk to y'all for a second? He like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I ain't even get to say anything before he said I don't want nothing to do with it. So when he said I don't want nothing to do with it, that automatically let me know, oh, you know something. So I'm like, you don't even know what I'm about to ask you, what I'm about to talk about, and you already talking about you don't want nothing to do with it and all this other stuff like that. So then he goes off and says that I said, how do you know Nazia, or what have you? I'm her cousin. This is her. We looking for her. Just tell us what you know. Do you know Shannon? He said he with Shannon every day. I said, okay. When does Nazia go to school? When the last time you seen Nazia? He said he did Nazia's hair at 8:00. The day before she went missing. The first story he said was she was walking up and down the street. I said, at 8:00 at night? He said, well, yeah. Well, and then he changed it and said, oh, well, I think she went to bed. I don't know.
Possible. Because then we'll have
What about the lady, what about the lady? Her name was, I hope I ain't saying it wrong. I think her name was it Veronica Bright or Victoria Bright? I want to say it was
Victoria.
Veronica Bright. When she said, okay, Victoria Bright, that's her name?
Yeah, that's what my partner just said. Hmm.
Okay, how can we get somebody tag her in the chat, because I guess when I was on yesterday, they said that she saw Lady and Nazaya together the day before she excuse me, Nazaya went missing. So I think that we need to get in contact
That was her
with
Facebook
her.
name. You
I
said you
think
about to find.
her name was in the chat yesterday. I never went on her actual page, but I think her name was Victoria Bright, and she put on there and said that she saw Nazaya and Lady together the day before she went missing. So that would have been the second person that supposedly saw Nazaya the day she went missing, because Shannon said she was the last person to see her. So that would have made her first. But this lady is saying that she's seen both Nazaya and her mother together and spoke to them.
See, and there's countless people. Like I'm just going through my inbox. 'Cause where you calling from?
This Kenya.
Kenya,
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 this is,
Kenya, Kenya.
yeah.
What's happening? Was you out there today? I didn't see you today. Did I?
Huh?
I said I didn't see you today. Did I? You wasn't out there today. Oh no,
No,
cause
I
you
was
yeah
still at work.
yeah about to say you working yeah. So what
Yeah, I
you
was
got to
still
say,
at work.
Kenya?
I just want to say that to all the parents out there right now, everybody that's listening, that unfortunately, Shannon has children that are school age, and from my understanding, we got parents out there that needs to, have a discussion with their kids and tell them don't be going to school, teasing them, talking about they got a pedophile daddy and all that. Leave the kids alone. Teach our kids a little better, not to go to school and be messing with them, because this is a traumatic
Yeah,
experience for
this is
them as
not.
well.
Yeah,
So parents, y'all need to get on y'all children too and tell them, this is not nothing to go to school and bully them if they know them, and if they go to school with them, leave them alone. They got to deal with this too. So have that discussion with y'all children.
yeah, most definitely. I'm glad
But
you brought that. I'm
as
glad you
far as
brought that up.
yeah, and as far as everything, Rory, he's hurting. He's hurting for his sister. He's hurting. He don't even know what to say. He's hurting.
What else?
I'm currently sitting with a relative, and and I was explaining to that relative, you can't be embarrassed about this. This is our family that's on this podcast, but unfortunately, these things didn't get resolved internally, so we had to get help for this family to get things like this exposed. And Isaiah may be the one that changed, how people think about these kind of situations. She may bring out more to other families, and it's unfortunate that it's happened to our family, but, maybe this is what her purpose was.
So how true is it that Nazaya's mom like disappeared a couple weeks ago? Because I heard that she was like, uh, had possibly tried to flee to Ohio somewhere. Then right after that, I heard that she
Nazaya,
didn't. And she was up here still
Nazaya
smoking.
mom ain't trying to flee nowhere. Lady ain't been around. Lady ain't been around for years. Lady ain't been around for years. She was in Ohio or whatever for a little minute. Lady did not come back until Nazaya came up damn near pretty much missing, which to me made it seem like, oh, they're trying to make it look good that mama and grandma and that Nazaya has this great village that's taking care of her when she don't. And then now all of a sudden, all these other stories coming out that she done stole some drugs and now Nazaya missing and all this other bullshit and now the mama missing. She ain't never been around. She magically was around during this time, but I feel like that was for full face front. And then she ain't even supposed to be around. She can't even be around her. They told I heard that the police told her she had to get the fuck from over there. So she ain't supposed to be around them because Net got custody of them.
No, I don't.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this right quick. Considering, like, I don't know what his status is as far as whether he's, locked up right now, whether he's free, whether he's there with you, whether he's wherever he's at, right? Considering
He's
all,
been
huh?
he's been incarcerated since the 7th.
Okay. So considering the allegations at hand surrounding his name, and that
So long to start looking for this baby.
well, it took him so long because it wasn't even reported until first off a week later, and I guess
We bringing the news. Facts stay sharp, yeah, we never confuse. From the streets to the world, keep it real, no cap. You're breaking headlines, put the truth on the map. Call it peace. We bringing the news. Facts stay sharp, yeah, we never confuse.